So I hope everyone's having a great Christmas and spending lots of time with their families and just having a good time during the holidays. I am in Boston right now, or in the Boston area, that's where I'm from, and I'm really excited because I'm about to drive over to Rhode Island, which is only about like an hour drive, to get a workout in with Brandon Campbell. And for those of you who don't know him, which I'd be really surprised if you didn't know him because he's like one of the original fitness YouTubers, his channel is linked down below, so definitely go check that out. And I actually have never met him, but he's talked to Kunal a couple times, and so he was really sweet enough to let me get a workout in with him real quick. So I'm about to go do that, and I'm very excited, very nervous, just because I've actually never really worked out with anyone other than Kunal, and Kunal's really just taught me everything I know, basically. So it's a little intimidating to work out with someone like Brendan, but hopefully it goes well, and hopefully I don't screw up or get really nervous and like not lift enough weight that I normally do. But yeah, so I will check in with you guys later, and I hope you enjoy the video. So I did forget to mention that I was also working out with Brandon's friend Anthony, who you're seeing right here. I apologize for not getting him completely in the frame of this clip. He was really dull, and I wasn't expecting that. But he is also a powerlifter just like Brandon. He has his own YouTube channel, so both of those links are down below. Make sure you check both of them out. I didn't get a lot of footage for our warm-ups just because this is the first time I was using this camera, and I was playing around with it because I couldn't figure out how to use it. And so, I mean, this is still a warm-up set that you just saw Brandon do, which is 305 pounds. So these guys are obviously just throwing around weights like it's nothing. I did work up to heavy triples and then eventually tried to work up to some heavy singles, and Anthony was doing some heavier lifts as well, as opposed to Brandon, who I think he just maxed out on all his lifts last week. So this week he is on doing a deload week, so he was working with 70% of his 1 rep max, which actually puts him at 435 pounds, I believe, with which he did a 3x5, and that is what you are seeing right now. This, I also just want to say before I keep going that earlier in the clip I was talking about how nervous I was to work out with these guys, and you guys can obviously see why I would be intimidated by these two huge, abnormally strong guys, but they were really nice, and very encouraging, and I really did learn a lot from them, so I just wanted to put that in there also. And I'm like running out of things to say because this video is really long and I normally don't do voiceovers for over 7 minutes, but let me keep going with what I was saying. I did ask them a little bit about powerlifting. This is the first time I was also working out with powerlifters. I've never just done a day of powerlifting, so the dynamics of this workout was just very different from anything that I have ever done, and I actually really enjoyed it. I was asking Brandon and Anthony about my conventional stance and how I didn't know if I should switch to sumo or not, because a lot of people nowadays are switching over to sumo, and they're saying that you can lift a lot better because there's a shorter range of motion, and you know, you're using your glutes more, and they basically said it's up to you, it's personal preference. As you can see, both of them are, you know, both are really tall, they're both are really strong, yet they both have two different stances, and they're equally successful in their lifts. So me having, you know, more strength with my quads, I think I'm just going to stick to conventional, because earlier I was trying to do sumo, but I really had to drop the weight a lot, and I didn't really feel too comfortable with it. The other thing was, you're seeing Brandon do one of his working sets here, and I really just like the way they look because he has a lot of speed coming off the ground, and so I asked him about that, and he basically said to do some speed work. And like I said, I'm not, you know, I haven't committed to a powerlifting program yet, and so I don't normally focus on details like that, and I really do want to start. So I think I'm going to start a program in about a week or two, so I will start doing those types of exercises. The other thing that we were also talking about, this is actually 5 plates that you just saw Anthony pull, which makes this look like nothing, but this was my 1 rep max in my last video, so I basically just matched that this time. As you can see, coming off the ground, it took a while, and so I asked them about that, and Anthony actually suggested to do some deficits. The reason my lockouts are the easier part of my deadlift is because I've done a lot of rack pulls in the past before I even started deadlifting. So then after that we did some accessory work. These are one of Brandon's favorite back workouts or back exercises, and this is the first time I was doing it. You can just tell that I was like, how am I supposed to do this? So you basically sit down on the bench and your chest is completely against the bench, supported, and you just pull it like a normal row. And the reason Brandon said he liked these was that it does allow you to engage your lats a little more, so it was actually nice doing that for a change, because I normally just do normal dumbbell rows, which is what actually Anthony decided that he was going to do. And I also just wanted to add in, a lot of you guys were talking about how I deadlifted in Nikes, and I did just get new shoes. Kunal got them for me for Christmas. I don't know the name of them, but they are New Balance shoes, and they're completely flat on the bottom, so I was actually surprised. I didn't think I'd be able to tell the difference, but I could. And then we finished up the workout with some stiff leg deadlifts, and I normally, I've done these before, but I haven't gone all the way down to touch the ground. I kind of just go until I feel a stretch, but I kind of pushed myself this time, and I actually felt a really good stretch. I actually like going all the way down, because I know some people just go a little bit past their knees until they feel a stretch and then come back up. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, we've been doing deadlifts faced away from the mirror for this whole workout, and I've actually never done deadlifts faced away from a mirror, and so it was actually really good because my neck, my head wasn't always looking up, so my neck was aligned. It was neutral, it was aligned properly, but unfortunately I moved over one power, rack station, whatever you want to call it, and I found a mirror in front of me, and my head did that thing again that you're seeing right now, where it's just not in a good position, so I do have to work on that. But overall, it was a really good workout. I just want to say thanks again to Brennan and Anthony for letting me join. I had a great time. Make sure you check their channels out. You learn a lot from them. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.